Alright, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel, guys. Today we have a Cavs video. 5 players tested positive this morning from COVID. Not really surprising considering they played the Chicago Bulls last week. You have all these COVID cases rising in the league in general, but their game today against the Atlanta Hawks got postponed. I believe we only have one of the 5 players so far, and I think that was Jared Allen. So obviously you lost Isaac Okoro, Evan Mobley in the recent days to COVID protocols. So those 2 guys were out, and then you had Jared Allen. So that's that's 3 starters. That's 3 Cavs starters. Jared Allen might make an all-star team this season. So it's like the Cavs, who only have 2 games this next upcoming week, they just got away with one really nice here. Now, granted, I don't mean that to sound disrespectful at all, because COVID sucks. Man, I had COVID in November. I had no taste. I had no smell for like 10 days. So I hope all of these players recover. No issues, no lung issues especially. Hopefully it's just like the wackiness of the protocols. Right now in the NBA, there isn't really, you're seeing a ton of people. You're seeing the NBA really just take a ton of heat, a ton of flame for the way they're treating it apparently in the NFL. You saw Baker Mayfield tweet about it a couple of days ago where he was saying, only like 3 teams are getting tested. So it's like, it's super like, there isn't any specifics. It's just kind of like, it's just confusing for everybody involved. And you're seeing these teams drop like flies. The Cavs-Hawks game tonight was the 3rd postponed game. The Bulls had 2 games postponed this past week. Now, I believe the Nuggets versus Nets game was just postponed as well. So now we're at 4. Long term, the Cavs really benefit from this, man. You really benefit from this. The good news is, like I say, you have 2 games this upcoming week. The Cavs, I believe the next game is Wednesday. So, that's 4 days from now, like 3 full days, 4 days. You have time to get your guys back, especially Okoro and Mobley. But most importantly, and I don't mean, once again, I don't mean this to sound shitty. Obviously I'm not a doctor or anything like that. But as long as the Cavs can recover normally, they should have team immunity pretty much. So, and that's what you guys know. If you guys didn't know, I live here in Chicago. I'm a big Bulls fan. The reason, last week was kind of perfect because first off, we had time to get healthy. You're literally just missing a week or 2. So you have time. If you got an injury, like Alex Caruso had an injury, you have time to recover now. Similarly with John Morant. But you also, you're a little bit more set for the future. And like I said, I'm not a doctor, so I don't know the whole exact specifics of it, but you should have antibodies for a while. So come playoff time, the hope is that COVID really isn't an issue. And so, I say this on Twitter a lot. If the NBA, if the league can just get to pretty much New Year's, if they can get through New Year's, they should be golden. Because all of these players, DeMar DeRozan's coming back tonight. All of these players who just went down, like LaMelo Ball, they're starting to come back. So yeah, a lot of players are starting to drop like flies again, but the good news is a lot of players are recovering. So if you can just get through Christmas, if you can just get through New Year's Eve without postponing like a month or whatever, canceling the season, then you should be pretty golden come playoff time. Because, I don't know the exact specific, but I know it's at least 90% of the NBA is vaccinated. So that's good. That's a good statistic there. And like I said, this is probably benefiting the Cavs in the long run, especially considering 3 of their starters were down. COVID can really ruin a good thing. It can really ruin a good season. I wonder what the Bulls are going to look like when they come back. They've been keeping their head above water with all these losing players to health and safety. They had I think the count was 9 at some point last week. But this throws off chemistry, man. So it's really good. I feel like the Cavs really got away with one here just when you consider everything. They got a good win against the Bucks last night. They haven't lost in a couple of weeks. They're 19-12. They're 4th seed in the Eastern Conference. All these other teams you either got injuries or COVID issues. You only got 2 games upcoming on this slate. So Hopefully they can get like at least one starter back for next Wednesday's game. Worst case scenario, you split it. I mean, absolute worst case scenario, you lose both games, and then the week after that, you're back to 100%, and you've got all the guys ready to go. So that's it for today, guys. If you like NBA content, daily NBA content, honestly, daily Cavs content at this point, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. It really helps out the algorithm. Let's try and get this video to 150 likes. That would be awesome. But yeah, that's it for today. Drop some comments down below on this Cavs COVID situation. And yeah, I'll see you guys later.